Okay, so right now I am doing part two, okay, of the Aquarius men and Scorpio woman compatibility. This was another requested video. I also have to do, which is I'll probably do tomorrow, um the Scorpio man and Aquarius woman video, which is I do feel like it's pretty interesting as well. I try to make it to where it could be either or when you hear the videos, but at the same time, I get it. You guys want to have it more precise. I'm fine with that. Okay, so on this part two, and I'm going to read this question all the way through. Okay, so I'm already getting, all right, that this relationship is not really seen to be that long term between Aquarius and a Scorpio. It's not, because of the type of feedback I get and just the natures of the two. If they do get married, I really do feel like if Scorpio is not catching the point that Aquarius is ready to be done with the relationship, Aquarius could possibly leave. Okay? But that's not, or disappear. And that's neither here nor there. But I'm saying this because the question is about me answering the demise of this relationship if it goes long term. Like, how does it end up falling apart? And the number one reason why Aquarius men and Scorpio women fall apart is because Scorpio women want some sort of consistency, intimacy, and loyalty. Did you hear what I said? Consistency, intimacy, and loyalty in the relationship. And Aquarius, honey, Aquarius ain't bringing it. And I'm going to tell you what really Scorpio can't deal with is the lack of loyalty. Aquarius can tell you all day, or feel all day, or believe all day, honey, that they are being loyal. Scorpio ain't going. Scorpios do not. Scorpio women feels that Aquarius men are unloyal. And what does loyalty look like to a Scorpio woman? It looks like you have her back above all else, above anyone else, okay, that can come. She is the priority. There's no way to sugarcoat that. And when you start and see a Scorpio can stay around for a while because they kind of get locked into relationships that they are in, and they will try to make it work, and they'll try to be around. They don't know how to let go, but they'll be stacking stuff against you. Because when they leave, they could be going out with a bang, or when they leave, they could be done. You hear what I'm saying? Because they could feel, if you cross the line, listen, they could be done. And the flirting that Aquarius men do, the eye wandering that the Aquarius men can do is, in the way that they put friends and these other female friends and stuff like that. Like, you talking to a Scorpio woman, she don't want to hear about you talking about some female friend that you got to go do something for. She don't want to hear about you doing that and being all over the place. And this is a huge turnoff for the Scorpio woman, even if she don't want it to be, honey. Even if she want to, it's just not good. That's the demise of the relationship, because a Scorpio woman is not going. She is going to look at you and your friendships and your extensive friendships with these other women's and things as a disloyal act. And when you go out and you telling her business, whether you telling it to these friends, or she hear you telling it to these friends of yours and these associates of yours or whoever, she is going to feel like you are being disloyal. You could be feeling like, oh, I'm getting advice from my friend, and she gonna feel like you running your big mouth to people she don't know. Boop. All right. So this person said it's clear that these two aren't meant for each other. Hey, you can look at this as a learning lesson. I just happen to look at relationships are so different. Like, it depends on what level you're on. It depends on what you're here on this planet to do, honey. A lot of souls that are here, like they came back to assist the ascension of the planet. For the people in the planet, relationships ain't gonna be their strong point. Because they got they do their job, their vibrational pattern and frequency does not hold a relationship in place because they have to put their mission above a relationship. You get what I'm saying? Relationships call for people and individuals to focus on people and other individuals. You get what I'm saying? So in the sense of an Aquarius man, a Scorpio woman, kind of the same thing. It's like and it's not because one is better or higher than the other necessarily per se. I use that as an example. But it's like the agendas of a relationship, the format, honey, of a relationship, the purpose of a relationship is different between and amongst the two. Period. Okay? Yes, there's an attraction there. And these signs are squaring each other. So there's beef. You got beef because your temperament, your approach is different. The purpose of the relationship is different. And I ain't trying to I'm not trying to say these two can't be together. But, and then on the other side, the Aquarius man, when you start placing demands on this Aquarius man and being like, okay, yeah, but who is that? And questioning them and their friends and saying that they can't be with their friends and act in a certain way because they are and their associates and who they have to affiliate with and blase, then they look at you like you're trying to control them, and then they try to split, they try to flee, they try to rebel. Sometimes to me, Aquariuses be rebelling for nothing. Because you be like, dude, so you purposely gonna do the opposite of what we just talked about because you are going to make a statement to me that you are not to be controlled. Okay. Now, this person also says, how, if you two are not meant to be together, Aquarius man, Scorpio woman, how on earth, or just Aquarius to Scorpio, let's just go there. How on earth did you manage to stay together as long as you did? Because you're both freaking fixed signs. You know, once you agree to something, it's kind of like, okay, well, daggone it, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Like, all right, so we here, let's make it work. Aquarius is just more, Scorpio is just more willing to make it work longer than Aquarius. Because even within Aquarius's fixed nature, it's still air. It's that cold, stiff air out in the wintertime. But yet and still, it's still air. You know what I'm saying? Like, it moves. So, Aquarius is kind of like, okay, I'm fixed. I'm in this position. I'm committed until I shouldn't be or can't be committed anymore. That could be a month from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. Aquarius just tries to keep their alliances, though. Don't get me wrong. And their friendships. Like, they'll break up with you and still be cool with you or whatever. And then they expect other people to understand that. But the main reason why they stick together and they make it so long is because they're both fixed signs. Until they realize in part one, oh, you got a plan. Oh, I had a plan. You got a plan too. You got a plan. I got a plan. Oh my goodness. Our plans are not working together. And they both have to be in control of what that plan looks like. You better start, getting on this, making a plan together. If you can, you know what I mean? This is funny. She also wants to know, are Aquariuses effing blind? And hey, she has to elaborate. Is she asking, are Aquariuses effing blind because they stay with Scorpio so long, even though they know it's not going to work, even though they seen that Scorpio is being controlling, even though they seen that Scorpio ain't going to take and tolerate the way that they are with these other people? Is why would you do it? Why would you do it, Aquarius? Is that what she's asking? Or is she saying, is Aquarius effing blind to their own daggone freaking behavior? I say it's both. It's a little bit of both. I don't feel like Aquarius is necessarily blind. But Aquarius will not listen. Aquarius will be like, okay, I'm not even paying attention to that. You know what I'm saying? I see it over there. I ain't paying attention to it because, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like Aquarius will see the truth in the situation, but it'll be like, okay, well, shoot, I guess, I'm not going to speak on it right now. I'm just going to play the black background. I'm going to see if this person gets it. If they don't say anything about it, Scorpio don't come over here and say anything about it, I'm just going to, not say anything. But the problem is because I get what you're saying. Because shoot, Scorpio will go a long time without saying stuff either. Scorpio would be throwing hints, be acting moody, be doing rude stuff, be, trying to get a person to mention or bring up the situation or notice something that's wrong. And Aquarius might be like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to say nothing because, whenever they get over their little temper tantrum, okay, fine. And Aquarius will deal with you from a distance to the point. And see, that's the thing. That's the thing to why it's like, is Aquarius blind? They will deal with you from a distance. Where's the intimacy in that? You see what I'm saying? So they could deal with Scorpio from a distance when Scorpio is looking for togetherness. Scorpio is looking for Aquarius to respond to understand, to react to this. It's psychological nature. So to a Scorpio, it could very well seem like the Aquarius is blind, even though the Aquarius is just like, I'm not, like, I don't want to, that's a hassle, like doing all that Scorpio was talking about and like going into all that, that's a hassle for what? Aquarius is just kind of like feeling like, Scorpio is being like immature and petty. It's like, I shouldn't have to babysit your emotions. Somebody also asked me, could this also be true for the ascendant signs? Yes. And I said it can be up into a degree, meaning, yeah, you can. If you're like, your ascendant is a lot like the way that you would represent something, like represent yourself, like your view of something, your approach in life, how you step forward in a situation. So rising signs does matter in compatibility, and it can help or break a situation. So, but it doesn't have the strength to do it as much as maybe the sun sign or moon sign. Only because as we go into the sun to the moon, we're getting involved with a person on a deeper level. You see what I'm saying? So we can kind of like, like not really pay our rising signs any that much attention outside of like our basic interaction, but you can definitely include it. If this resonates, you can include it, my friends. So, and I laughed about how Aquarius is blind. Aquarius is, listen, Aquariuses won't pay attention to certain stuff if they feel like it's minute and they feel like it's emotional. Sometimes for no reason they won't. They'll be like, oh my god, like I just, what's the point? The best way to get them is to ignore them back. Hey, this is as a Gemini. Let me tell you something, and I've said this before. I have said this to a Scorpio friend of mine that had a Aquarius wife or whatever, or baby's mom or something. That had that having these issues with her and understanding after everything is said and done. I'm like, dude, the only people that could really, in Aquarius is, you can just say, you can try to go against this if you want to. It ain't my problem. I'm just telling you how it is. That could really go toe to toe with an Aquarius. Yes, a Scorpio can do it. Don't get me wrong. But what it is Scorpios get Aquarius on the, I'm sorry, a Scorpio can do it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like it's too late sometimes. Because Aquarius is like, got this whole, like I said, Aquarius is focused on the broader picture. Scorpio is like, well, this is me, this is you. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're doing. Aquarius is going to cover a lot of bases. By the time the Scorpio figures this out, Aquarius has got one up on them. And I'm going to tell you what you do. First of all, half of the stuff that an Aquarius does, you don't really call it out right then. It's not right then. You know what I'm saying? You have to observe them because they observe you. You think that they're blind and they're not paying attention, but you really have to observe them. Okay? Now, you observe them, you peep game because you see how they moving. You see like, okay, these people that they're calling their friends or whatever. That means don't be so quick to jump into some sort of committed relationship with them. Okay? Don't be placing these demands on them. Be the one that they're seeking out. Hey, they're trying to schedule time with you. I'm saying you got to be a little bit detached with them. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are conversating with each other. They're like, you got some topics that of interest that you conversate on, but let them kind of be curious after you. Like, okay, well, who is this? Let them detached. There's interactions, but there ain't no demands on that in said interaction. There ain't no demands on their emotions. You could care less if you get them or not. Okay, listen, you can care less if you get them or not. Because you got to make them believe that they want you. Now, after that's being said, okay, you gotta don't restrict them. Don't restrict them from things and situations. But what you do is, you gotta be able to kind of just like float around, do your own thing, have your own little focus or whatever, and then they're coming after you. They want showtime. They're interested in you. Okay, they're trying to figure you out. Most of the times there will be some sort of in common things that you have. If you don't, the more that you get to know an Aquarius, because an Aquarius is well-rounded, but you don't really have to force something in common. You know what I mean? Like, it'll just come up or whatever, be able to conversate with them about it, be able to be a little bit knowledgeable about it. If you have something weird about yourself or different or unique, do not be afraid of that. That does not mean for you to come out and just act extra weird and awkward necessarily. It just means that you're something about you that you would usually hide, or you would usually not tell people, or you would usually not disclose or display because you seem like is weird or is different, or is unique about yourself. Aquarius may want to hear it. You know what I mean? Like something like being like, okay, you know what? No, this is the thing. I am so weird because, when I was younger, I used to eat I used to bite into my ice cream. Oh, you used to bite into your ice cream? Oh my gosh, and I cannot help it. That would just really, that would freeze my teeth. That would be, I can imagine doing that. I know, right? That is just so weird. Like, that is weird. I don't tell many people because I just kind of feel like it's weird. Like, that's very surface. A lot of your weirdness or your uniqueness, they're going to be able to detect on their own. Don't worry about necessarily being taller than them, way shorter than them, fatter than them. Don't worry about all that because it's going to be something possibly in with that. The fact that you are these different things that they may be interested in. Okay. But you never completely become part of their plan. You're involved in their plan, but you never completely lose yourself in their plan. Because they're gonna try to, some of them gonna try to trap you in. Like some of them gonna try to size you up, and it's just the truth. Even if you got an Aquarius that's coming after you, they're going to try to find out stuff about you, and they could possibly use it against you later. But you have to be, now if you are a person that you're completely codependent on them, and you fall completely into their plan, and you just like following their lead, and your life becomes their life, and they're controlling everything. No, you can make them believe that they're controlling everything, but at no point are they really controlling everything. You don't really completely become part of their plan. That's something that they earn, and you still don't completely become part of their plan because you're gonna have your own little plan going on over here on the side. You see what I'm saying? When things fall apart, because they can malign you with other people too. I know this don't got nothing to do. Listen, it's just something that I want to add. Y'all, this is something that I want to add because y'all can actually come up with other content for me to talk about by me doing this. Okay, so I'm very strategic right now. Okay, my dryer is doing all kind of crazy things. But the point that I'm, this is not to set up Aquarius thing, but I'm just being real. Because we're talking, they can't, what you, especially with Aquarius women, but what you have to do is, you have to be someone that lives by your truth, okay? And you stand alone. At the end of the day, you can stand alone because when they come up against you, their alliances can't pull you down. You know, that's a whole nother story. All right. And they know it's true. That's one thing about it. They know it's true. Okay, so will Aquarius have the balls to end a relationship like this? So funny. So this individual happens to believe that the Aquariuses are the ones that are not strong enough or brave enough, not strong enough, but brave enough to stand up to the Scorpio. I think it differs. An Aquarius woman, okay, you know, may find it easier versus an Aquarius man. Aquariuses don't really seek to end alliances or friendships. That's not a relationship. They will hold on you, they will leave and they will come back and all that. They're not necessarily seeking, especially if they feel like you play some type of significant role in their life. They don't seek to necessarily end that with you. They don't. They're friends with their exes. So it's not the matter of will they have the balls to end it. Because when it's hard for them to end stuff like that. You know what I mean? They carry on relationships. So it's more about the fact, I feel like more in this situation, it's more about what is it ending for? Like, is this an abusive situation? Is it an ultimatum? Like, it's either you telling the Scorpio, it's either me or we not together. You get what I'm saying? It's either what I'm talking about or we not together. Is it an ultimatum that's ending it? Like, what is the point? What is the point of reference to ending it? Because if you leave it up to an Aquarius, they're not going to end it. They'll leave or disappear. Like, what would make them face the situation? I don't know. After they've told you, like, okay, well, it is what it is. I kind of see them like letting things dissolve, like letting things move away. And then if they gotta hem you up in the process, if they gotta malign you, if whatever they gotta do, they do it, or they're leaving things open to come back. It's not about if they have the balls to end it. Yes, I maybe you could feel like say that they're being a little bit of, okay, a little bit, you want to say they're being a little bit coward or weak, and being like, I not really facing the fact that they want to end the relationship, and then so they just disappear or do whatever. You can say that. And maybe that could be what's partly going on. But I kind of just see it as they leave things open. Like they don't really end friendships unless they have to. Like, and I just don't. you know, because they like to lead, they like to have alliances. It's like, okay, well, shoot, if my state blew up for whatever reason, I'm gonna call Jackie to be able to go and stay with her, or if my situation don't work out with Joanne, I'm gonna be able to, like, that's not, I'm not saying that's how they look at it. In the moment, they may not look at it like that. But I think it's more. And listen, I had an Aquarius tell me out of his mouth. He left a situation because the chick was telling him what he wasn't gonna do and wanted this commitment. But I was like, boo, but you was married though. See what I'm saying? The best thing that you can do is not put no restraints. Let them make them, you know what I mean? Just let them commit to you. Like, tell them, hey, listen, if we're in a relationship, like, you're not gonna be seeing other people. The moment you start doing that, we're done. So basically, if you are into some sort of open relationship, or it depends on the Aquarius placements, or you got to enjoy the Aquarius for the time that you're enjoying him. I feel like as they get older, a lot of times they mature. Or I'm not even going to call it maturity. Like, it's not that you're being immature because you don't want to settle down with one person, or you don't want to be restricted to one person. It's you have to be, Aquarius has to be your cup of tea. And I had a Scorpio chick that commented and said, for a Scorpio woman, an Aquarius male is a no. An Aquarius male, I'm just telling you right now, if you're dealing with Scorpio women, their biggest thing is loyalty. And when you moving around a certain way that they can't really they feel like you moving wavy. That's not something that they're gonna tolerate. Like, that's just not something that they're gonna tolerate. This is part 2 of Scorpio woman, Aquarius man relationships. I'm also going to be recording Scorpio men and Aquarius woman. Okay, that's a pretty interesting one too. All right, peace.